So I told my friend I needed to get one of those positional 5 or 6 inch vices. And he said, you know what? I think I know where there's one at if I can get a hold of it. So here's what he brought me. Apparently they dropped this thing over the side of his boat, and it's been sitting on the bottom of the river next to his dock for about 1.5 years or 2 years. And I don't even know if I can get it to move. But I'm going to spend a little bit of time on it, see if we can clean it up and get it working. And it's pretty crusty, but we'll see what we can do with it. Okay, so I let this thing soak for about 48 hours. PB blaster, blew it off with brake clean to get the moisture out of it, and then I hit it with the PB blaster. And as you can see, it's starting to flake. I don't know that we're going to be able to do anything with it, but I'm going to try it. All the paint's coming right off of it. Sorry about the shaky cam. I'm holding the phone with my other hand and scratching with this hand. Took the brass hammer, got everything moving. These are working. I gotta change the oil on that later. This one's working. And I don't have it clamped down. I did get this to move, but it hasn't come loose yet. So I figure it's rusted inside the barrel here. So I'm going to soak it some more. Pay close attention to the joint. I don't know if I can take this back cap off. We'll see what we can do. It's pitted pretty bad, so I don't know. But it's worth a try. After a few whacks with the hammer, I've got it rotating on the base. So after cleaning on it for a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and give it a good smack. And see if we can get it to move. Hey. Eureka. Now that's interesting. Right here is pretty dry. You see what little bit of water got in there. Let's see what we got going here. Well, I've got everything freed up with only one casualty. Broke this little bolt off right here, which is one of the ones that holds the jaws in. All these came loose. But here's the coolest thing. I soaked it some more. And I got it pivoting. And I'm turning that with my hand. You'll see it's still got a tight spot in it. It wants to go this way, but it doesn't want to go that way. So to go that way, tap, tap, tap. But then it'll come right back easily. So there we go. Shows what you can do with a little elbow grease. The old thing about one man's trash is another man's treasure. I don't think he'd ever pulled this thing out of the river if it hadn't have been for me mentioning I needed a vise. So if we get a year or two's use out of it, it's been well worth the trouble spent on it. But anyway, so after a little more doing, a little more working, I soaked it another couple of times in the PB blaster, but it got it loose, and everything seems to be working just fine. This is still a little stiff, but I'm sure as I use it, it'll loosen back up. And there's still a little scale back there I got to polish off. Maybe at some point I'll get brave and drill out the 2 screws back here and take this back cap off. But all I really got left to do is throw a coat of paint on it. I've already hit it with some rust converter. It started to turn black in some places, and some places it didn't. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint it, and we'll put it to work. This is a piece of another project that I've been working on. So we're going to move forward and go ahead and continue with that project in the next video or the video after. So as always, practice your skills, learn a new one. You never know where they'll take you or what you can do with them. And in this case, I use them to save myself some money in the range of probably $75 to $200, depending on where I would have bought a vise from. And there it is. It ain't pretty, but it's usable. I'm gonna go ahead and slap a coat of paint on it, and we'll move on with the project. And there it is, in all of its formerly crustated glory. And now it's all one shade of blue. Looks somewhat presentable. Nobody don't look too close at it, they won't notice.